What's up, everybody? What's going on? Thaden, what's up? Rustlin, Crumbly Rogue? You were first, Crumbly Rogue. Aiden, how you doing? Greg? Should specify that it's PC US West. I don't have to specify. I am always PC. If I specify something else, then it's not PC. That will change with Dungeon Defenders Awakened, but as far as DD2 goes, it is 100% always PC, unless otherwise specified. Same thing with the server. Well, I mean, the server was right on the thumbnail. Anyway, y'all, needs some clusters. Let me look at my crafting materials. I think clusters is what it will be all about here today. Let's see. Yeah, hurting on those bad boys. I don't even know what I'm upgrading. I think I'm in the middle of doing a Skyguard tower. Yeah, I'm 2 of 5 on the Skyguard, so I got a ways to go there. No, there's no crossplay in DD2. That's something we can hope for in DDA. Down the road, it won't be there at launch. I mean, it's something, I'm a firm believer in it. I really think crossplay is something that every single co-op game should have. I just really think that's the future. And I wish more developers would get on it, you know. Now, older game like DD2, it's not an option because it's a licensing thing. You have to license it for it, you know. Nice. Well, congrats there, Jaime. I'm hoping to... I already recorded my first Chaos 5 run. I just haven't edited it. I'll learn to speak at some point today. But that will be up tomorrow morning. I'm anxious to get that account to Chaos 7. You know? Chaos 7's where the fun starts. Did I make this private? No, it's public. Alright, anyway, on US West, y'all. Anybody that wants to join, feel free to hop on in. Sitting there doing resets, fair enough. I debated on doing resets too, but I just don't want to dedicate a bunch of time. And for me, it wouldn't be worth doing resets unless I just wanted to like go for the leaderboards or whatever and do like 100 more resets or something like that. And that, of course, would be a big time commitment. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna assume somebody might join me, so I'll throw a booster in too. But I think that's it. I think that's all we need. It's actually a little overkill. Get a 10 of 10 defense rate mod. Will that get you to the cap without having to use any defense rate shard? Yes, at Chaos 8. So you have to take it to at least 0 of 5 Chaos 8. And a 10 of 10 will get you to the cap without using a shard. That's why it's... You know, shards are greater than mods. So that's one of the big reasons for doing that with a defense rate mod would be to free up a shard slot. And then that's where you get to add in the... You know, well, I mean, you could add in many different things, but that's where a lot of players would add in the double distraction, the double destruction stack, mass destruction and regular destruction. What's going on there, myself? How you doing? Yeah, it's gonna be on all platforms. Big Mac, it'll be a while. It'll be like 6 months. And it will be, actually, yeah, it should be like 7 months, something like that. It will be on every platform. Actually, I think 6 months. They said second quarter for PC and Switch, third quarter for Xbox and PS4. Yeah, just like Tenacity. Corey. I mean, it's a great mod. Defense rate is something that you can realistically, if you had a 10 of 10 and you planned on taking something to Chaos 8, just about any defense could benefit from it. I use it on what? I've got it on my Flame Auras now. I think I've got it on a couple things, but the Flame Auras are my most commonly used thing I have it on. Or I've got it on Fishers as well. Oh, it's all good there myself. I'm actually getting a late start today. I was a little tied up trying to work on some new transitions for the stream and some new artwork for the channels. And of course, I am not a master of those things, so I require lots of help from people. I got this going so far, though. What do you guys think? I got that is a transition that I just added in. That's my first one. So, you know, it's a learning process. What's going on there, Nico? I'm doing good. Well, I would wait until all your AP resets are done, Jaime. Get all your AP resets done first. And don't bother spending all those material, all that, you know, all that money, all the gold and crafting materials and everything until you're completely done with AP resets. And then maybe throw it in there. Damn assassins. I tell you what, busting into Chaos 5 again on that alternate account. God, assassins are such a pain in the butt. I'm probably not going to go that far, Corey. My plan was just to get to Chaos 7. I'm not going to keep playing that account. After I get it to Chaos 7, I'll dump it off. It's an account I created just for that video series. I mean, if I planned on keeping it and playing it, then yeah, it would definitely be worth. But I don't, like I said, it's intended to be base level progression. Just to show people how, you know, the easiest path just to get through the game to Chaos 7. Getting to Chaos 7 really is kind of, I know it may sound a little bit harsh, but going through and getting to Chaos 7 is kind of like an extended tutorial. It introduces you to all the mobs, teaches you some of the basics about the enemies and your defenses, and just kind of wanted to go through that. Oh, like I said, I just have no intention of even adding a fifth hero, so that just doesn't matter for me. It'll be the original 4 heroes, one of each hero, all the way through that playthrough. Well, what floor have you made it to, Trevon? I wouldn't recommend anybody reset before like floor 70. And the higher you go, the better off you are. But I mean, you don't need anything special to get like to floor 100 or even 200 for that matter. No special mod setups or requirements. You know, you can use just the basic heroes. I would go further personally, Trevon. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Corey. I just don't, like I said, I just don't have any intention of taking that account any further. Every one of those playthroughs I do on a different account, and it's been like 8 of them now. By playing that account more, once I get it all the way to the top, it's to the top, meaning Chaos 7. To play that account anymore, I just feel like I'm taken away from my main account. I mean, you gotta realize I got a I got an alt with 1200 ascension. I got another alt with like 900 ascension. You know, I've got accounts that I've just dumped a ton of time into. I mean, you never know. It depends on how fast I get that series done and what I'm going to do between now and DD8 launching. Other than just kind of min-maxing random defenses and fine-tuning stuff, I don't really have any more goals in DD2. As far as things, you know, things that I want to get done specifically. I mean, even like getting this Skyguard upgraded today, it's just completely unnecessary. I'm doing it to do it, just because that's the next thing that I've got. And there just hasn't been any changes to the game in a long time. You know, the last update the game got was, what, when the Petrify combo was added in, and we're approaching the 1 year mark on that. You know, so no new content. So needs DDA. Well, I mean, that's the reason I'm sitting here farming Chaos 7 now, is to get clusters to take my Skyguards up to 5 of 5. Those Skyguards I used all the way up to floor 500, those were not upgraded Skyguards. They were 0 of 5 Chaos 8. So they didn't have all the defense power. I'm just getting them up to a point where they're 5 of 5 Chaos 8. Which is a huge grind in itself, just upgrading one thing. Well, I would suggest the EV2. They're Big Mac, but I would also suggest that you don't listen to anybody else. Go through the heroes and looks like who it would be the most fun for you. And that's the hero you should do. Because the bottom line is, it's a massive, massive grind game. You know, to get to where I'm at in the game, it would either require thousands and thousands of hours or a whole bunch of real life money. So maximize your fun that you have, you know. I generally wouldn't suggest anyone go with a Gun Witch or a Barbarian first, though, because it is a tower defense game, so the more towers you can add to your arsenal, the more overall versatile you're going to be. But yeah, I would do the EV2, but that's also my favorite. I mean, the EV2 is just, I love the EV2. I keep 2 of them in my deck at all times. One for hero damage and another one for laser beams. It's my favorite, you know. She a badass. She got cool cosmetics. I don't know, I just love everything about the EV2. So you have to take that in consideration. You know, I'm very, very biased. What's going on there, Crumbly Rogue? How you doing? Get wrecked, Bettis. Yeah, same thing there. I love the EV1 and DD2, or in DD1. There's always, well, I guess not always. If it's a boss fight, I use the EV on a lot of boss fights. And I build with the EV every map, of course. It happens, Sally Jaime. We've all done it. We've all been there, man. I put focused power on weapon that should have had focused AP once. In DD1, I've got all the DD1 costumes. That shouldn't be very difficult to find, Jaime. Either in shops or just playing. I feel like I get those fairly frequently. Eight of 10 is the same as a 1 of 10, really, though. It just doesn't, there's not a big difference in value of any mod until it makes the jump to 10 out of 10, is where a mod becomes valuable. It's like a 1 through 10 is just as valuable as 8 out of 10. I mean, obviously, there's new players out there that don't know that and will pay more for it. But the real deal is there's two mods. There's 10 out of 10, and then there's not 10 out of 10. You know? I hate to put it that way, but it's the truth. It really is. It's a grind, man, to get all this stuff all the way up. It is definitely a grind. You know, like the reroll token thing. You know, people complain about the 286 rerolls, and you know, you look at the set of gear that I have, or, you know, the longer term players that have been playing the game for ages, we're all in the same boat, and we've done literally like thousands of rerolls. You know, it's not that the 286 is a lot to guarantee yourself a 10 out of 10. But on the same note, I mean, when you look at it overall, we've literally done thousands of them. Hell, I think I may have done 1,000 rerolls on my first live stream after doing an AP reset, just on one live stream. What's going on there, Colin? How you doing? The other thing to remember too is when you're going 10 out of 10s, you're min-maxing stuff. So with the exception of like defense rate or tenacity, none of your mods have to be 10 out of 10, you know? What's going on there, Hinsey? How you doing? That was Chromatic's whole point with making 10 out of 10 so rare to begin with. Remember that when mods first launched, 10 out of 10s were way more rare than they are now. So it was really something special when you get out of 10 out of 10 back before. But the problem is that they were just too rare. Like, getting a 10 out of 10 was way more rare than getting an Ultimate Plus Plus and DD1. And really, I think that's where they should always base the rarity off of. Like, you wouldn't necessarily find the Ultimate Plus Plus that you wanted. Of course, it wasn't exact stats the way you wanted every time. But, you know, if you sat down and played for a few hours and you were doing high-end content, you have a pretty good chance of getting an Ultimate Plus Plus, you know? You can play the highest level content there is in DD2 even right now after it was all made a little bit more player-friendly. And you could go for several hours and not see a 10 out of 10, you know? So the 10 out of 10 rarity is just extreme. And you balance that out, you know, with thousands of hours. And that's what the game is. But you just have to realize, you know, like I said, other than the defense rate and the tenacity, you don't have to have 10 out of 10s everywhere. It's in your best interest to, and if you want to min-max, that's what you want to shoot for. But you don't have to have it to play the game. Ultimate Plus Plus was the high-end loot from Dungeon Defenders 1. Like, when I farm DD1 now, the only thing I want, the only thing that could be an upgrade for me is an Ultimate Plus Plus piece. But that's also what made the loot feel so special in DD1. You know, it had that super rare, super high-end tier that you could get at any time. It wasn't just the grinding the number on the screen, you know. The easiest way to get to floor 80 would be Earth Shatters plus Poison Dart Towers plus any other damaging defense would be the easiest way. Well, I don't use hacked weapons, Corey. That and playing on PC, it's... You know, the people doing the hacks, I mean, they do it quite easily on PC, but they also get banned. Even still, right now, today, they still get banned. I never used one. I've never actually even seen one, to be honest with you, other than screenshots. I've seen lots of screenshots of them. But I've never, like, inspected a player and saw one in the entire time playing DD1. But, on the same note, I played with a pretty small group then, and way back when, that was even before my YouTube channel. So, I mean, I played with a select group of people. It still happens, but the people get banned right away. Or not right away necessarily, but right now in DD1, if you go into somebody's public tavern and start dropping hacked gear on the ground, you are just going to get reported. It's just going to happen. And they take their reports pretty seriously, even for DD1. The community development team and the events staff handles it, as far as I know. I'll be making a new group here in just a minute. There, Jamario. Now, on 360, it was a big deal. You know, on PC, it wasn't... In PC, the people that were hacking, for the most part, were smart enough not to join public matches. They were just playing on their own. And if, you know, if somebody wants to play single player and hack the crap out of the game, you know, that's their own choice. They're making their own experience. It's when you involve other players where it's a problem, you know? But on the consoles, it was, like, beyond bad. Yeah, I mean, I agree, too, Nico. That's why, I mean, I've never used any hacked stuff. And that's why I'd rather just play the game. Kept the kick button warm. That's the problem. See, now, I don't know, and I may be misspeaking here, but when I played DD1, like back in its prime, I just never saw any of that. Now, I know it was still a problem on PC, but I don't think it was a problem to the level that it was on console. I'm not positive on that, but I don't think it ever got to that point. Well, they had open or ranked. Open mode doesn't matter, though. Open mode is playing offline. Ranked was... I never really played open mode other than doing the community events. Open mode, anybody could hack the stuff. I mean, you could download mods right off Steam. You know, through the Steam Workshop of hacked gear. But that was open mode. It, you know, open just didn't matter. Do whatever you want in open. It's GG. I'm curious if anything like that is going to make it into DDA. Because DDA is going to have an offline mode, you know? I mean, that's just what you do in open mode. Like, if you want to play around with stats or stats on something, or if you want to test an upgrade. you know, test if you're upgrading a weapon properly or whatever, you can copy your profile over to open mode, then go into open mode, do all your stuff. You logged back onto your ranked account, and none of that has changed. All comes from PC if that's the case. Yeah, that would be my guess. I wonder how Switch is with that. This is a really good map for gold. Defender medals, they're all the same, so the key there is just enjoying your time. You know, go into a map that you enjoy the most. Like, the best gold in the game would be grinding Demon's Lair Prime Incursion, but if you can't do it in under 3 minutes, it becomes not worth it. But if you can do the runs in under 3 minutes, that is the best gold and the best defender medals in the game. But you don't get any crafting materials, you don't get crap for loot, you have the chance of getting a Chaos 8 amp, but that's about it. Like, as far as things you're going to need over the course of your time playing DD2, you're going to get all that stuff in Chaos 7. You know, Chaos 7 is just the place to farm. Well, you needed more grind there, Corey. You needed more grind. I've beat everything in DD1 legit, but I've also put a ton of time into it. I mean, my tower, I'm not at the top. You know, people, well, I mean, half of that DD RNG server, more than half, has probably got better gear than me, but like, I'm at like 7,500 main stat on all my builders now, or not all of them, but most of them. So, you know, I grinded it out. I did about 1.5 million Moonbase runs. Is what it feels like anyway. If you're farming plain moats, you want to go to C3 there, Russell. My favorite thing was definitely the loot. Bringing back the feel of loot. DD2 loot doesn't matter. Loot is just something to hold your shards and mods. But having a perfect piece versus having a bottom of the barrel piece, it just didn't matter. You know, if you had all the right shards and mods, that's what matters in DD2. In DD1, it was all about getting that special loot. And in DDA, from the beta, it seemed like it was all about getting that special loot. Like the hot item in the beta. See, that was 3. I'll do one more since it's a quick one before I remake. Like, the hot item in the beta was the pet rock. You know, you got a good pet rock, it completely changed your entire beta experience. And I love grinding targeted loot. I'm using more LTs than anything else these days, but that's kind of the meta now too. Lightning towers are pretty beast once you get a decent amount of stat added up. Like most maps now, I'll do like aura stacks, lightning towers, some maps a DST or two. And then occasionally some traps. But the normal is spam lightning towers, spam aura stacks. What's going on there, Andre? Well, creating content and live streaming is my job. Playing DD2 is not necessarily my job. I mean, obviously, that's why most of y'all come to watch, is for the Dungeon Defenders action, but I do play other stuff too. Because they were in open mode, Apple. That was not the legit game mode. Open was like playing offline. If you were a real player on PC, you played ranked. Anybody that played in open mode was somebody that wanted to play around with modding. Xbox didn't have that. Xbox only had ranked mode, right? I mean, open mode was do whatever you want. Ranked mode was legit. In theory. Now, obviously, people hacked and ranked. What's going on there, Ghoul Gang? Smexy, how y'all doing? Oh, it was just normal. Yeah, see, you only had one game mode. See, when you log into DD1 on PC, it asks you, do you want to play through the legitimate trendy net servers, or do you want to play open mode? You can choose open mode, and then you can do whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, well, I didn't mean that as negative towards you, Corey, but yeah, everybody that took the game seriously played ranked. You can't get the achievements and stuff in open mode. So it's all about ranked. I hope so too, Eternal Flame. We'll have to wait and find out. We don't have too much longer, right? What's today, y'all? Is today the 5th? Or is today the 6th? Let me see. Today's the 5th. So we got, what, 16 more days? I guess it's the 6th in some places. Depends on where you're at. Well, I play mainly single player in DD1 too, but I still played ranked, you know? Yeah, I mean, hell, half of the world, it's the 6th right now, probably. Future Man Fisk over there. See, Fisk has only got 15 more days, where I gotta wait 16 days, so Fisk is the lucky one. I've got 2 different accounts in DD1. I've got what was my main account way back when, and that was like before YouTube and everything else. I had about, I want to say probably about 1,500 hours on. And then I've got my current account, which is the account I play everything on now. And that one's got probably getting close to 1,000. I'm not even sure. Oh, it'll be like 5 p.m. 4 p.m., 5 p.m. your time, I bet, Fisk. If you're on my Discord server, it's pinned there. You can just look up top at the pins, and there's an image that shows them all. I'm not even sure where that image came from. I think XClamp may have made it. I'm not positive. Yep, exclamation spotlights in chat there, Action Wolf. There's a couple of different bard builds there that are viable. I personally play that bard build that uses Turn the Tides. That's not really a question I can answer, I don't think, Eternal. I mean, I can name things I like about both games, but I have a hard time picking one over the other. I can tell you that I've played DD2 probably about 5 times as many hours as I did DD1. But a big part of that too is the YouTube channel, you know? I mean, I've had more just live streaming hours in DD2 than most people have ever played. The monk unibrow. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Monk. I mean, if the Monk is exactly the same way it is in the beta, I'll probably go Apprentice. Terminator. There's Terminator. What's up, man? I gotta look. I've been meaning to ask you. Terminator, are you Gur in Discord? Is that you? It's pretty much, it's the same thing with I think like 1 or 2 shard or mod changes. The one Zombie is using and the one I use. Gotta remember his stuff is for floor 900 only. Or floor 945 plus. I never went that high, so I didn't have to worry about it. Frostfire Remnants is greater than Frost in the lower floors. Now its effect would wear off in the higher ones, of course. Everybody's got their favorites. They're eternal. I mean, it's a great game. DD1 was a great game. DD2 is a great game. You know, lots of people like DD1 more than DD2. Lots of people like DD2 more than DD1. I mean, everybody's got their opinion. No shame in that. Yeah, it's a beast combination there, Rise. It's one of the best combinations with Frostfire that you can get. Yeah, that's a viable one. Action Wolf. There's one there that says... I can't remember what it's called. The one that has Turn the Tides in it. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Front side roller killing. Oh, you accidentally sold it to a vendor? Oof, that's rough. Day Wong, how you doing? So I'll pop out and make a fresh group. Anybody who wants to join, make sure you're on the US West server. Just woke up, 2:30 a.m. Sounds about fair. Jeez, Daniel, go back to bed, dude. Good lord. That's bedtime there, man. That's not wake up time. Alright, let's see what we got here. Get rid of all this crap. There's 6 more clusters anyway. Alright, let's see a 10 out of 10. It's been like 2 weeks since I've gotten a 10 out of 10. Maybe not that long. You don't have to have a 10 out of 10 tenacity to climb Onslaught, Reese. Like Poison Dart Tower and Earth Shatter with the correct mods would completely be the setup to use if you're like below floor 200, 250. I think I did a few of those builds up into the like 300 range. No, it wasn't that one. You don't want to go ability power. I mean, you can go ability power, but it's big one-shot damage. It's the one that they're using Turn the Tides as a mod on. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but there's going to be one of those. What, there's like 3 barbarian spotlights there. One of them I'm using Turn the Tides on, and that's the one you would want to use. Here, let me look real quick. Let me see. If you ask Terminator, there's PvP in DD2. But no, there's no intended PvP in DD2. What the hell, my bot's not working? There it is. Alright, let me see. Let's see here. Do I have a browser set up? Is that the browser? No. Is that the browser? Yes. So let's see. Barbarian. It must be the Frost Shock one. Let me look though. Oh god dang it, I hit the wrong button. That's not the right one. Oh Jesus. Let me find the link again here, y'all. Hold on one sec. Oops, I didn't hit the wrong button too. Now let's go back to that one. I just changed all my hotkeys. Forgive me, y'all. The Frost Shock Barbarian. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Let me see here. Oh wow, is it gonna make me sit through the ad? Or no, it's gonna give me the skip. Skipping ads on my own channel, that's terrible. There we go, this is the one. Turn the Tides. So this is the setup that I'm using right now. So yeah, it's that unstoppable Frost Shock Barbarian is the one. Do a live reaction to a video that was live. You always like your own videos, Cole. I mean, why would you not like your own videos, for God's sakes? Give me a break. That's what you do. The first like on every video from every YouTube content creator is their own. If you didn't like your own video, you are doing it wrong. Oh, when I finally get another Xbox Terminator, my Xbox took a crap, man. That's not a terrible price. I think the GPU may have burned out in it. I asked everybody in Discord, nobody seemed to know. I can't get anything now. I've tried different cables, I've tried different ports, and I just can't get anything. my TV just says is stuck on that no signal. And like I said, I've tried different HDMI cables. I even tried doing a factory reset on the Xbox, and I still couldn't get it working. So I think the internal GPU burned out in it is what I'm guessing. So let's switch over. Let's do Molten Citadel, Will. Yeah, it's quite the bummer. And let me tell you, Fisk knows. My wife, she ain't having it. She wants her Xbox back. Start a fund the wife a new Xbox thing? I should, huh? It's the only way she's gonna get one anytime soon. Well, the light comes on, but I don't know. I can't tell you what screen it's booting up to or anything. Now, the last several months, I've had lots of problems with it locking on the green screen and having to do factory resets on it. Like, I've done a bunch of factory resets on it over the last several months. And then this last time, it went to power it up. The light comes on, but I don't get anything else. I think we have officially spammed the shit out of this map. What do you think? I didn't even realize how spammy it was getting. But oh yeah, this is one spammy mofo right here. Oh, is Fisk in there? We got Fisk, Shiv, and Daniel. Very nice. As always, there, Casey, it's public matches, so anybody can join. You just got to be on US West on the PC with the ability to join Chaos 7. Haha. Fisk is letting you know there, Terminator. So what are you going to do, Term, about DDA? Are you going to just wait it out? That's Fisk's language too, Daniel. Assuming you're Swedish. I'm on PC every time, Casey. We've had this discussion so many ungodly amounts of times. PC is where I play. Oops, it was me. No, there's no crossplay, sadly, there, Rise, so it won't let you join. That's something we can pray for in DDA. Watch Fisk and give him strats. He's gonna need it. Cabbage can only carry him so far, you know. I'll be getting me some Fisk carries in there, though, at some point. Of course, it'll turn into me doing all the work. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It is kind of a bummer that there's such a gap between the consoles, but I mean, on the development end of it, I completely understand. I mean, most games that are developed on PC PC is normally, I mean, in most games out there, PC and consoles never catch up with each other. But of course, that won't be a thing in DDA. It'll just have that timed exclusivity period. All you want in DDA is the Gun Witch. The Gun Witch would be a super fun addition. I mean, she's really fun to play. God, I hope they don't shrink her down too small, man. Bring the Gun Witch in and shrink her down to dwarf status and... Ugh. It's the one thing I do wish. I mean, it's not enough to be a deal breaker for me, but I do wish that the older heroes were going to be in. I just like the models better. I think there's a pretty good chance of that, Theoden. I mean, they've already mentioned that... What's that hero called? The Rift Walker? They had it as one of the goals on the Kickstarter. I am assuming that that Rift Walker will be the first new one. Just because, you know, if they've already got it as a goal, then they've already done some of the concept art or whatever. It all depends on Overlord mode. If they want to allow Overlord mode or not. It's never... They're not going to put in a separate set of... It's not going to have the MU and DU thing like DD1 did. Oh, no doubt there, New Dream. It's got to be better than... DD2's training system is not good. You know? I mean, it's not a trading system. It's non-existent. It's a buying system, you know? It's a market system. So yeah, they definitely need to nail that for sure. How else am I going to take all of Terminator's gold, you know? Got to get all that Terminator gold. I mean, hopefully so, Gengar. You know, I mean, we'll see. The thing that everybody needs to take into consideration is it's not DD1, and it's not DD2. It's its own game. So, I mean, we have to judge it based off of its own merits, but I'm hoping that they bring everything that we love from DD1 with the DD2 quality of life. His daily 170 mil. Woof! That's crazy, man. Fisk is in debt so deep. So deep. Well, no one from Chromatic is here watching my stream there, Gengar, that I'm aware of. There might be somebody lurking. Well, I mean, that's the characters. The characters aren't going to change as far as the base look of them. Like, they're, you know, how big they are is definitely not going to change. I mean, their features will change and get improved, but the basic look of them won't, for sure. I mean, those are the character models. That's the character models they're using, you know? I think the Apprentice looks the best out of all of them in DDA. I know some people would probably agree, but the Apprentice, I think they nailed it with the Apprentice in DDA. It's the other three. The Squire I don't really mind either. I know a lot of people don't like that helmet, but the helmet with the mouth inside of the helmet on the Squire is actually from the original art of DD1. So, I mean, those images have been around a long time. I know a lot of people say they don't like them, but I personally don't mind that. I don't really care for the Monk and the Huntress, though. Oh, I'm just spamming now. Do a Lalta? What do you mean? Sit back here and get carried? do a Lalta there, Fisk. Have at it. Sorry, Lalta. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it mean-like. I just meant everybody always carries you. I wasn't saying it mean. We need to get Mary around here sometime on stream. I wonder how long it's going to be before she shows up for one of the streams. Not very much. Casey, exclamation spotlights in chat will get you a link to all my spotlights. It's all right there. I don't max out range on weapon mans though. They're not a defense that you would want to use as your main source of damage. They're just there for the crowd control. You know, range helps them, don't get me wrong. You don't want to go at no range. But I wouldn't sweat it too much. However you're playing it, Mason, would be the best way. If you're playing it using mainly his abilities, then you'd want to go into ability power on one of the abilities. And if you're playing it based off of running up and punching things, then yeah, you'd want to go into the hero damage. But it's all based on how you want to play it, you know? Two skellies. Good lord. I don't know what's realistic as far as what kind of a goal to set on the clusters today. Getting a late start kind of stinks, and surprisingly, I've actually already been live for an hour. Wow. It feels like 15 minutes. That's crazy. Time flies when you're killing Goboos. Mr. Ogre, come get boomed. The Petrify combo is super effective. I use Skyguards quite a bit. Skyguard towers work great. Even things like ballistas. Ballistas work really well against flyers, but then of course, if you're going to spend 60 DU on that lane, why not just spend 50 and use the Skyguard, you know? Well, then you probably need to take a look at your shards, the New Dream. With proper placement and then defense rate, defense range, and destruction, you shouldn't have a problem with floor 60 flyers. It's an old casino term there, Rise, and I worked in casinos for a really long time. That's a little side playthrough I'm doing. I'm really curious if I'm going to be able to make it to Chaos 7 below 100 Ascension. I'm really hoping to. There's no Dungeon Defenders updates coming for DD2, Casey? That's what you're referring to? Nothing in the immediate future, anyway. Its development is concluded for the most part. It works. The New Dream, but it doesn't work well. The Water Elemental Shard gives you the ability to do one target electrocutes. But one thing you notice is it's just not super good. Even gilded, it's just not really effective. Well, then you need to focus on your shards there, Rise. I mean, assuming you're using another defense for the damage, and you've got all the right shards, then it won't be a problem. But it's all, the game is a game of shards. Literally. Exclamation spotlights in chat there, Casey, and you can look and see. Yeah, if I was 6, that might be the reason, Corey. Come on, man, I'm an adult. I like to think I am, anyway. What I used on my alt to get to floor, I think I went to floor 98 on my alt. I used Earth Shatter and PDT in every lane, one Earth Shatter, one PDT. And then I filled in a situational defense depending on what the mutators were. So like if there was no cyborgs, I'd use Flame Auras with the Earth Shatter PDT. If there was cyborgs, then I would use something else like ballistas. The Earth Shatters do really nice damage. But you don't want to just rely on those defenses to CC and to kill everything. Unless you're decked out in gear, of course. I'll type it in for you, Casey. Go to that playlist. Pick the hero or defense that you're curious about. That's how I have it set up. I've been telling you the same thing for I don't even know how long. If there's a language problem, just tell us what language you speak, and we can find somebody that speaks your native language. It might make things easier for you, but I mean, you literally have asked me if I play on Xbox at least 100 times. Bad RNG on the incursion weapons. Yeah, it's real easy. All of the weapons that you want, Corey, are the ones that won't drop. All the weapons that you don't want are the ones that will drop. That's how it works. I'm not trying to pick on him. Don't think that. I'm not trying to single you out or laugh at you or anything like that. I'm just saying if there's a communication issue, make sure you tell us. And then, I mean, there's people from all over the world that play DD2, you know? I do play on Xbox like once a year. Well, I can't right now. My Xbox took a poo. But before that, I played on Xbox like once a year. Anything good there, Rise? Anything good? Terminator. What are you playing now, Term? Are you... You're playing Monster Hunter World, aren't you? Blink King can be tricky the first time there, Grayson. There's no doubt. You'll get it, man. What's up, Edward? How you doing? Ten of 10 tenacity will always be better than using automation. That's easy in every situation. But it's a matter of what you have. If you have automation and you don't have a 10 out of 10 defense rate, or 10 out of 10 tenacity, shards are greater than mods. So just as a general rule, one mod slot is not worth as much as one shard slot. So look at it that way. So, I mean, if you don't have the mod, then of course you use whatever you have. You get a 5% bonus every time you do an Ancient Power reset. Big Mac. So I've got 65 stacks of Ancient Power that I'm getting the bonus off of. You know, World War Z is one of those games I've been talking about checking out for ages, and I still haven't. I got it now. I got it for free somewhere. Or maybe it was on the Xbox, the Game Pass thing. Playing a little Dauntless, nice. Oh, is that where it is? It's on Game Pass free. Okay. That game definitely looks fun. You can cross-play between the PC Game Pass people and the Xbox, can't you? On World War Z? It's on the next update. Fair enough. Is it worth checking out in between that point? I mean, you're still playing it. You started playing it a while ago, didn't you? Oh, it should have been in December, but it was delayed. It happens. There was a new, what was the new news on Diablo 4 here lately? What was it, the game from? A developer from another game. I can't remember what game it was now. Just came over to the Diablo team. You got it because Fisk wanted a third. That's fair. Oh, yeah. It was the Gears of War guy. That's right. The dude from Coalition just came over to like head up development of Diablo 4 or whatever. That's good stuff. I'm looking forward to Diablo 4. That's still so far out though. They do look cool, don't they? Dan, you have to send me an invite. I think it's juicebags1248 on battle.net. Because I play Diablo every season, if you're playing it. No, Power Pylon only works on blockade type defenses, Popa. So you have to put that on a tree or a blockade or whatever. Ooh, took two. I didn't get the second one off, but... What the hell? Have you been playing the hypercharged anymore, Thaden? That's another one I need to play that on. I didn't like playing it handheld. I played that first map in handheld mode. I just could not get into it. Trying out Red Dead 2. You're gonna love that, dude. I don't know very many people that played that didn't love it. I mean, your horse's balls shrink when it gets cold outside, for God's sakes. What more could you ask for? It's like best game feature ever. Yeah, but you were doing it for a different reason there, Fisk. You weren't doing it to play it. You were doing it for your gamer score. Was on sale in the Ultimate. It's one of those games. That's one that I intended to play when it first came out. I think I would have really liked it, but then the DD2 something, I don't know what it was. Some DD2 update, whatever, lured me back in. That's my biggest problem with me having such a huge backlog of games is, like, I got a bazillion games to play, literally. Just a ton of games to play. I'm 46 there, Big Mac. I'm old. I got a ton of games to play, and I go to sit down for some gaming time. I can't make up my mind what to play, and I just fire DD2 back up, or Dungeon Defenders 1, or DDA during the beta. And it's one thing that I know I'm going to grind the living poo out of DDA, but I don't want to do with DDA what I did with DD2, and that was completely miss out on every game release, you know, between now and then. Well, I was going to play something different today, but I had I had a meeting going on, and it ended up going like an hour late. In DD2, you know, I've got all automated. It's all set up. So I can, like, set up for a DD2 stream and go live, like, within 5 minutes. You know, where other games, I have to check the audio levels and stuff like that. Because it raises your minimum ascension up to a point where doing all of your resets are just easy peasy lemon squeezy. They're a new dream. You get a bunch of minimum ascension and it just makes your whole experience super, super easy. When I get there, note increase, no good. Come on, tens. I'm originally from, well, right now I live in Washington, the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. Exclamation time in chat will get you my time. I don't know. I have no clue what time it is. It's like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Probably 6 p.m., something like that, ish. Man, nothing. I haven't seen a shard or a mod I would want to keep around in a long, long, long time. Daniel got it all built already, huh? We get the Daniel carry. Switch heroes, upgrade a little faster. I'm originally from Northern Ireland, but we left Northern Ireland when I was a kid and moved to Washington, D.C. That's where I grew up. And then I've been all over the United States since then, but now I live on the West Coast. Fisk needed you to keep that gold in case he ever came back their term. What's going on there, Mayretha? How you doing? Long time no see. Ah, it's the opposite. Get laser beam, baddies. Have to find somebody worthy for the 150 mil? Well, Fisk isn't worth it. That's for dang sure. He doesn't care about it these days unless it gives him 20 more gamer score. If there was 20 more gamer score to get 150 mil, then Fisk would be bumming that from you. Well, thanks there, May. Appreciate you swinging by. I just like action defense. Same answer for all of them. Jaime. Action defense games are one of my favorite types of games. I think I would really like multiplayer PvP games if I was better at it. Because I do enjoy owning nubs, you know? It's just normally I'm the nub getting owned. I don't play those games enough. I used to play them a lot. I used to be a TF2 junkie back in the day. Like before YouTube, my son and I would play TF2 for hours and hours and hours. Ah, that's so funny. It doesn't surprise me there, Term. It doesn't surprise me. It's all in the spotlights there, Jaime. Exclamation spotlights in chat. I'm using Destruction, Mass Destruction, and Deadly Strikes. I can tell you that much off the top of my head. The Flame Auras are where my double stack Destruction goes. That's why I use them so much. It's literally one of my strongest multi-use defenses. That's terrible, Fisk. What a terrible thing to say. I'm not sure. I think Nictus will be playing DDA. I'm not positive, though. I don't think he's made up his mind yet. I re-rolled and waited. The majority of mods, if you're talking about like perfecting a min-max set, you're gonna have to re-roll mods. That's just how there is to it. I mean, you could legitimately play the game for thousands of hours and never see the exact mod that you're looking for, as far as a 10 out of 10 quality. But you will find every mod you ever could want at 1 out of 10. Or 3 out of 10, or whatever. So, I mean, you'll find good 10 out of 10 stuff, and when you do, consider yourself really lucky. Because I think most people would agree, when you find a 10 out of 10 mod, it is almost always crap. It's something that's just not the mod you needed at all. Like in what feels like almost every time you find one. Dang it. Too slow with the bombs. Too slow, too slow. I'll do one more here, and then I'll make up a freshie. We're running these so fast. Nah, Vicious, I don't use Vicious on Flame Auras. I've got Vicious on a Skyguard, and my Reflect Beam is where my 2 Vicious Strikes are at. AP resets too, Popa. If you want to fine-tune a set, there's no point in fine-tuning a min-max set without doing AP. Well, I guess that's not true. You can fine-tune a set and never do AP. But, like, going through the 65 resets I did, well, most of them, mods were not even a thing then. But going through more than half of the AP resets I did, you ended up getting tons and tons and tons of reroll tokens. Because all you do is Onslaught, you know? And then a lot of gold, you know? God, man, I don't even know. I wish that tracked that stuff. Well, I don't. I wish I could see it, and I don't wish I could see it at the same time. I mean, part of me wants to know how many mod rerolls I've done, but part of me doesn't want to know how many mod rerolls I've done, because it's a large number. Yeah, everything drops in Onslaught. I mean, when you're doing AP resets, you don't want to grind Onslaught for that stuff. But when you're doing your AP resets, all you do is Onslaught. You don't do the other maps. Other than what, one Chaos 7 run is all you do. So all you're doing is sitting there grinding Onslaught, which means you're just getting reroll tokens like mad. Any hero can be built into it, Oliver, but some are better than the others, for sure. But you can build any hero into hero damage. And, you know, effectiveness varies, but they're all viable. If that's how you want to play, by all means, have at it. You know? Gunwitch is one of the lower quality ones, sadly. As far as hero damage goes, it's definitely on the lower end. I mean, you could make it work, but it's not going to be big. It's not going to be even close to what you can get her to with ability power. The problem with Gunwitch, and the reason she's in the state she is with hero damage, is for like a year plus of the game, a Gunwitch hero damage build was like the most broken, bugged thing in the game. And then when they fixed it and then rebalanced, they said, okay, the Gunwitch needs to get smacked down, and the Gunwitch's hero damage got dropped down really low. I mean, the thing to remember too, though, is the Gunwitch's abilities, although they're not going to do as much damage, they're really useful. Even as a hero damage, where you're not focusing on the damage at all. So you can still play her effectively, but you're not going to be winning any DPS contest for sure. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, Jaime. The guy at the very top of the leaderboards uses a lot of Squire. I mean, he hasn't played in a long time, but there hasn't been any changes to the game in the time since he's played last. Well, that's how it works, sadly, with most games. If something's too OP, they nerf it. And in most cases, they end up nerfing it into the ground. Well, I mean, if you go ability power instead of hero damage on the Gunwitch, you're going to one-shot all that stuff, right? Is the difference. You can make it work with hero damage, but if you want to just run up and one-shot it, a solid Ice Needle build will one-shot every ogre you come across, you know? You don't, that's not where you would want to grind for those materials, Mason, but yeah. You get all the crafting materials from Onslaught as well. It's not the best place to go get them, but you do get them there. See ya, Kelleon. Get wrecked. The Mystic, I mean, it's the same thing with like the Mystic. The Mystic is not going to do, like, this is a hero damage build I'm using right now. The damage per second single target is really, really low. But her effectiveness is super, super high because of her abilities. Even though I'm not shooting for or focusing on any of her abilities for actual damage. Well, I mean, if you're using Ice Needles, then just go Ability Power Rise. You're gonna thank yourself later. If you already have Ice Needles into your rotation, just keep going here. Why not? Yeah, we're farming for clusters, Popa. Pristine clusters, so you have to do a dungeon map. I wouldn't sit here and do the same map over and over again if we could, like, do a random dungeon map. You used to be able to do that, but you can't anymore. Now when you choose random map, it picks from all of the maps. And that's not going to guarantee us any clusters. Right, I think we good. As far as just like spamming a ranged primary attack like I'm doing right now, it's just really tough to get wrong on the EV if you're looking for ranged. What's going on there, Danny? Oh, we got no Demon Lord, man. This is just expeditions here. We're just getting them clusters. It's terrible. Danny's picking on me. I never put there we go. Now we're complete. Mr. Captain, he is coming. I'll do another group after this one, y'all. Sorry. Just got a good, fast group. Even carrying Fisk. Even with the dead weight in here, we still just got a good group right now, so. I'm just playing Fisk. You're not really dead weight. Just mostly. The main Slayer. It's a good thing they never put the catapult up here in regular expedition mode. be up here playing around way too frequently. Oh, almost choked. Ah, damn it. I didn't even get my bombs blown up. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep that one hush hush, Danny. That's the wife's name on Xbox. How's it going, Michael? How you doing today? I'm about to start a new group, so hop into US West, and after this map, we'll be starting a new one. So get ready to click the button. Damn assassins. $95.55. I don't think I'll get to 10K before DDA launches. I mean, my goal was to get to 9K, but you know how goals go. You hit one, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, the next one's not that far off. Got the zap job there. They all dead? Fleeing Hawk? Oh, they're all dead. Anyway, y'all, feel free to rejoin anybody that's been in the group if the group doesn't fill back up. But I'm gonna make a freshie and give some other folks an opportunity to pop in. Crap, I clicked tavern instead of town. That's alright. Well, thanks there, Michael. I appreciate it. Yeah, you should probably go to sleep then, Mason. Get some sleep, man. Sleep is good stuff. Oh, no problem there, Fisk. No problem. Ooh, did I get my present already? I have had the worst luck with presents. Like the last 10 days I've gotten a blue present. Like 10 days. That's absurd. He's doing something that gets him some gamer score. Their Terminator. Dude is obsessive with that, man. Like, at some point we're gonna have to hold an intervention. Corned beef and juice. Yeah, at some point Fisk will definitely require an intervention. There's a 10 out of 10 finally. Swap damage. That's the first 10 out of 10 in like a week. Oh, I bet he does, huh? Fisk gets all the games for free because he's got 16 bazillion Xbox gamer score. Got Fractured Minds and beat it in 15 minutes. Sounds like a grade A game there, man. Alright, where to now? We still gotta do a dungeon. We haven't done Crumbled. Might as well do some Crumbled Bulwark, huh? All proceeds go to mental health stuff, so it's a nice thing indeed. Well, 17-year-old girls can make games too, Fisk. Probably a better game than you would have made when you were 17, mister. Let's see what we've got here. Some of that. Throw that there. Why not? Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, their first time making a game. Alright, Mason, take it easy. Have a good night, man. Thanks for swinging by. I won't be on too much longer. I got such a late start today. I don't want to get drag over into the evening schedule too far. This will probably be the last group. I'll run this map a few times. And then we'll probably call it a night myself. I want to get... well, I got the Chaos 5 video on that new player account covered. I want to get Chaos 6 and Chaos 7 done. I don't think I'll get them both done tonight. Is it times 5? It used to only be the first 3 zones there, Try. So I'm not sure that it gives you 150 for each zone. I'm not positive there, though. The first 3 zones will give you 150. I know that for sure. It might, though. I don't know. I mean, I haven't done it in a long, long time. MCC. What's MCC? What am I missing here? Oh, Master Chief Collection. Derp! Yeah, it must be nice having the whole thing available to you right now. All we got on PC is that Halo Reach, I think. Did we get the rest of them? I don't think the rest of them came out yet. Customs are for nerds that can't hang. That's terrible. I think I'm gonna take a look at. Well, I got so many things I want to get done tonight. I want to get that alt account into Chaos 6, but I also want to take a look at that new universe sim that just went into beta yesterday. Get wrecked, flyers. Yeah, I could, but boy, just don't even want to. There, wide try guy. That's a lot of work just to confirm or deny. Somebody's got to be going through it naturally, right? What's going on there, Jay? How you doing? How's life? Game Pass ends on the 9th. You were supposed to get it for 2 years term while it was available. Yeah, see, I'm not eligible on that stuff on my main account. Oh, it's going good there, Jay. No complaints. Is it still on sale? The Ultimate? No, there's no max level. Ionix, you can go as high as you want. I mean, there's a maximum benefit. You can only put 999 in each category, you know. But you can still keep climbing after that. You just end up having unused points. Well, Jay, there's nothing stopping you, man. Nothing stopping you from jumping back in and playing a little, you know. Oh, I'm going to be playing DDA for sure. I can't wait for that one. I am. This is like the calm before the storm for me. I will be going non-stop when DDA hits. Probably end up streaming 12 hours a day and then spending another 4 hours or 5 hours a day recording video for at least a month. Oh yeah, the grind will be there, that is for sure. with it doing the early access thing, we're going to have a bit of a tiered grind too. So we can grind like a mofo, just to grind like a mofo again later on when the next tier drops. And then of course we'll have DLC after all the tiers have dropped. So there will be no shortage of farming time, that is for sure. Let's see, let's be real creative on this lane and we'll go like this. Oops, I missed. Messed up my mojo. There we go. We got extra creativity going on that lane. Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing a little bit of everything on DDA. I'll be doing solo stuff, I'll be doing stuff with viewers, I'll be doing all kinds of stuff. With DDA, it all begins anew. So all the stuff I did with DD2, plan on doing all of that with DDA. So definitely looking forward to it. It can't come soon enough. 16 more days, that's bullshit, y'all. Too long of a wait. Needs access sooner. Danny, you need to get me one of them fancy developer builds like you guys have. Well, let me start, man. Let me get the grind commencing. Oh. Let me just go ahead and jump in the smallest possible little gap on the entire map that you can fall off of. Review codes win. Oh, that's all good, Michael. Next time, man. Next time. Yeah, I'll still be doing YouTube in the future. Definitely got no plans to stop YouTube anytime soon. It's amazing how fast the videos stack up. I think I'm at the point now where I think I may have over 3,000 videos now. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look. I stopped keeping track of it a long time ago. All those promises, Danny, and I got no hacks. What the heck, man? It's just a minute or two, Danny, that's all. Just a minute or two. Now they drop from dungeon maps only there, Pokemon. So there's 4 dungeon maps. That's where you would go to get your clusters. Borderlands 1 and 2 are just everything in that handsome collection, Jamie, is a wonderful, wonderful experience. No, hybrids don't win. I don't have any hybrid heroes. That's why I'm always rocking 2 EV2s. This, of course, is my spam it around hero damage hero. All I do is pew pew. I do the first bot for the big boy shard. But if I want to use abilities, I switch over to this one, and then that's where the laser beams come in. You never really want a hybrid. You'll be halfway good at two different things instead of all the way good at one thing, you know? Just enjoy it. What I would say, because it's an awesome franchise. If you've never played the Borderlands games before, you're going to absolutely love it. Yeah, pretty much. Fisk summed it up. Looting and shooting and shooting and looting. I'm surprised Blazin didn't like him. I thought he would have really loved him. I mean, all the way through. Borderlands 1 was a great game. Borderlands 2 is a great game. The pre-sequel would definitely be the worst out of the bunch, but it's still not bad. It's not a bad game. It's just not as good as Borderlands 2, and that's what it came after, you know. But yeah, I'm surprised Blazin couldn't get into him more. I mean, I got a Hyperion tattoo on my leg, just to tell you. I take my Borderlands pretty seriously. Leg reveal win. No plans for a leg reveal, Fisk. $95.62. You never know, I might hit 10K before DDA. I would have to grind to hit it. But, I mean, if it came down to it, I could realistically get 100 levels a day without a problem. Leg reveal. I don't know about that. I put in long hours, School Gang. I could grind any map and get 100 levels a day. Leg reveal or riot. Ow. Oh. There it is. Jeez. Let's see. Let me get this built. Fisk, I'll see if I can't find a picture for you. See if we can do that wonderfully creative build again here. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can't find Fisk a nice leg shot here. Let's see here. Bam! There you go, Fisk. The leg reveal. No, that is not really my legs. Please don't ask. It's terrible, Fisk. Terrible. Let's see if I can move him around a little better here. No, we don't want to go down to that part. There. I'll leave it. Here's my new stream overlay just for Fisk. Here, let's get rid of that. There you go, Fisk. You see what you've caused, damn it? The leg reveal is official. Why I shave my legs and use lotion. That's terrible. Horizon Zero Dawn, that's a good game too. Man, you're downloading all kinds of games there, Timmy. Oh, I'm just trying to appease the crowd, Infinite. That's all. The crowd demanded a leg reveal. Must give leg reveal. I'll get started a little bit earlier tomorrow. Sorry, this is going to be my last map here. I got to get real life going here. Then I'm hungry as all hell. Need me a sandwich or something. But I'll make sure not to get myself tied up tomorrow, and I'll get going a little bit earlier here. You got to check the lowest side term. Is that what it is? You gotta check the bottom of the leaderboards, not the top. Was good at Halo 3 12 years ago. Oof. Alright, Jaime, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by, man. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time. No. Depends on the hero, but I use just about every hero I would use focused power. Every hero damage hero. And then Frostfire Remnants and Grave Infection are just a ridiculous power combo. As far as just like raw single target damage output for boss burning or whatever, then yeah, you'd want to go with anti-mods. But you don't really need those until you get up over that 900, floor 900 mark. You can burn all the mobs and get massive quality of life out of Frostfire and Grave Infection. So I use those two mods on a lot of heroes. They're just really, really good. You can farm Defender packs in Onslaught, Bishop, but it's the chances of getting them are low. Gems are the premium currency, so other than what you can get by doing the adventure mode maps, there's no other free ones. You must pay for the gems. All proceeds go to the Danny Adopt a Cat Foundation. And Danny adopts cats. Just saying, if y'all didn't know. Let's see, we got a roller, we got a captain. See you, Mr. Captain. Fisk with the carries. That's not like him, Term. He's expecting, Fisk is expecting that to go the other way around. Alright, let's head to Tavern here and see what we got. See if we got any loots. Please have the loots. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Oh, don't sell that. Need all the moats. No selling the moats. Wow, I only got 23 clusters. That's the worst. Grinding out these clusters is just the worst. Probably not going to be another 10 out of 10, is there? Unless I got lucky. Let's see. A little luck has happened before. Nope, not today. Anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for today. Thank you all a ton for swinging by. Sorry for getting started so late. I will get going at normal time tomorrow, which will be a little bit earlier. But hopefully everybody's having a good start to their week. And that'll get it for now, though. So I will see you all next time. Let's see if I get the right hotkey. Yay, I got it. Night, y'all. Have a good one.